Toll pass for Blackpool Tower. They allowed filming. Go for it. Guys, I was so lucky with Blackpool Tower. Basically, I'd never been to Blackpool, to my knowledge, and never seen the tower. Been to France, seen the Eiffel Tower, but I saw it in the distance and I thought it's a bit of a monstrosity. I mean, it was way in the distance. Got closer and closer, and then turned a corner and it was there. It's disgustingly huge. It is a monstrosity, I'm sorry to say that. I know they painted it recently, but there's something monstrous about it. Victorian, monstrous. Yeah, it's old-fashioned, but it's bold. It's out there. It's huge. It's metal. I mean, we were all familiar with scaffolding, but it's on another level. Literally, as well as figuratively. That cafe up there, the Lookout Tower, which apparently I'm told has some kind of transparent floor. Also told, if you buy a ticket to the top, to that thing, the viewing deck or whatever you call it, there's also other stairs that you can go up that take you right to the top, and there's no barriers, as it were. There's no sort of how can I put it? I'm not tempting people to go up there and jump off. It's more like, I don't think there's plastic sort of between the steel or iron or whatever it is that's up there. You can almost feel the breeze. Great place for to start to master your vertigo, as well as obviously service stations, which I covered before, with walkways in between the north and southbound. But I thought I'd get close shots of it first of all, so you can see it's hideous, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing beautiful about that. I'm really sorry. It's a Triffid. It's a Cyclops. It's a Wellian. It's disgusting. It is. I'm sorry to say this, guys. I didn't paint Blackpool in a nice picture. I said it was full of degenerates, criminals. I mean, look, the old people are lovely. Don't get me wrong, but there is a serious lack of opportunity in this city. Underfunding, no doubt. House prices, rock bottom. If you've got a huge family, you want to move into huge property, leave London, come here. It's a lap of luxury. You can actually have space here and just be in a great big house, for about 10 quid, no, 50 grand or something like that. Seriously, I mean, it's seriously low. I mean, definitely when I was looking at a few years ago, it was like that. It's probably crept up a little bit, but go on Zoopla, have a look. It's just the house prices are still probably quite hideously low. That's what you used to if you're from down south. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be drugs, there's going to be criminality here. There's no hope for people down here. I mean, what have they got to look forward to? I'm sure the suicide rate is very high. Cold, dark nights. And then, just the lack of opportunity. However, despite all this that I'm saying, when I was walking down to the tower, there was a buzz about it. There was music, and there was a little bit of sense like life and maybe hope. So I'm sure it's not as bleak as I'm painting, guys. If you're from Blackpool and you take offence to this, I am sorry, but it's what I've heard and what I've observed. in my very, very short hour or two here. Met a lovely couple, elderly people. They were just going for a dance. I say elderly, they're not really that old, to be fair. They were going for a dance near the tower, because the tower wasn't open, but I think the dance hall or the dancing was. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, good people. But God, I mean, what have you got to look forward to? I mean, in Blackpool, honestly, absolutely nothing. I mean, this monstrosity in front of us, I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, it's penile for a start, in its symbolism. I mean, you can argue that with almost anything, you know, even with a minaret of a mosque. But Christ Almighty, you know, this is just, it is disgusting. I'm sorry to say this, folks. You know, I'm sure some of you love it. Obviously, there's one family, I forget their name, heavily involved in the construction of this, and you know, subsequent funding and of it. Very famous family. They're on the plaque as you go in to buy tickets for this place, which was closed when I visited it, as I said. But I don't know. It's just not good. It's just not good here. In Blackpool, not good at all. But it is very, it's great for the drone. And you know what? There is a ray of hope. There is hope here. I mean, despite what is said, there is something that escapes me as a casual visitor, but those who know and love Blackpool would know what it has to offer. And you know, me being from somewhere else, I can't tap into that, but I know those that live and love Blackpool, live here and love it. They know what it is. They know what that something is. I mean, look at it. Look not just at the tower, but just at the development. You know, the architecture. It is, you know, there's something splendid about it. Even if you take the tower away, you know, there's a certain amount of splendour. Without doubt, there is a charm, despite what I say. To what extent it inspires the youth and those that, you know, looking for opportunity, you know, not as drug dealers but something else. You know, there may well be something for them that I can't capture. So we bring Jimmy down after the intel gathering there. We got a little crowd there, obviously aware that I'm flying a drone there. But yeah. Sure, let's land Jimmy on this tapestry of life and love. See you in the next one. See you guys. Bye.